you guys, welcome to CarlieStylez. If you are new to my channel, hello, I welcome you with big arms, big hug. Today is the very first episode, series, episode of our hashtag Maternity Mondays, and I am so excited to be doing these. One, because I'm pregnant, and two, I'm just ready for some real, honest, heart-to-heart conversations. I feel like when we talk about pregnancy and everything that goes on, a lot of people are shy to talk about certain things. And I feel like I'm finally in a place where we can just have a complete heart-to-heart openness, and we can talk about all things maternity, pre, post, after baby is here, how I'm feeling, the whole journey leading up to, and I'm just so excited. I can't believe I get to sit down and make this video. You know, the hormones are raging, so I'm having like hot flashes right now, and I might start crying or get angry. You just never know when you're pregnant. Uploaded on our family channel, on our WhatsUpWoods channel. I will link that down below. All the cute ways that we revealed showing our family that we were pregnant. We found out that we were pregnant when I was 6 weeks along, and now I am currently 11 weeks. A lot of people have a hard time talking about pregnancy when they're not out of their first trimester, which is up to 13 weeks. But we've met with our healthcare provider, and we feel really, really good. And honestly, Jax and I have always believed that communication and just openness is the most important thing in our relationship. And so we also believe that that should be true and transparent in our videos as well. And so good or bad, rain or shine, we are always going to be honest with you guys and give you 100% of the truth, because truthfully and honestly, I feel like there's nothing more beautiful than finding vulnerability in a human being and finding something that you can relate to. And a lot of people need to know that not everything that you see online or you see from vloggers or bloggers or people who have these lives online, they're not perfect, and they're not, you guys always say hashtag goals, but sometimes they're not goals, because what are goals? You know, what is goals as a couple or a pregnant woman or whatever? Sorry, I'm just fixing my roll, flipping over my pants. Yes, my fat roll. So anyways, we just have decided that no matter what, we wanted to share the honest truth with you guys, good or bad. And honestly and truthfully, in my heart, I feel so good about this. I feel really healthy. Things are going good. So every Monday, I'm going to be answering your guys' questions, updating you guys about how I'm feeling, the things I'm going through, and I'm so excited. So if you guys have any questions or thoughts or ideas, leave them down in the comments below. So let's get started. The first thing I did was I got a journal, like an old-fashioned journal. I know there's a ton of apps where you can write things, but there's just something to me nostalgic about writing things physically down. So my first journal entry was on August 7th, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. It says, "We finally tested a positive on August 7th, 2016. It was a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon." Say that 3 times fast. "We had just got home from church. Cooper bore his testimony and gave a talk at church. Our hearts felt so happy this day. Strangely, felt like happier than usual. Not that we're not usually this happy, but something was definitely different. We were all in a particularly good mood. I felt very confident before the test because I was 6 days late, and my heart just felt so grateful." And then, of course, we tested positive. You guys can go watch that video. And then I said in here, "I'm guessing I am 5 to 6 weeks at this point. Baby is due April 12th, 2017. I didn't feel a sense of relief or even doubt. I felt peace. The same kind of peace that I felt when I met Jackson. It taught me to recognize that same feeling when I know things in my life are going to happen for the right reasons. My heart feels so full, and a happiness just radiates from my spirit that I can't deny." So that was my first entry about our little baby and just kind of the feelings that I had before the test. And then I've been updating with Polaroids. I just think it'll be a cute way to have evidence of the bump that's going on. And then that was kind of like the first actual feelings of finding out that I was pregnant. And then I went on to my weight and just kind of all my feelings, and I talked about how my pants were definitely fitting much tighter around my hips. My appetite has been like huge. I just like, there was a pit I just couldn't fill. I started taking my prenatal vitamins and my vitamin E vitamins, and I was trying really hard to limit my soda, still doing that. And now, which is funny with you guys, if you know me, I love soda. But being pregnant, I don't crave it. Like Dr. Pepper makes me want to throw up. And it's really where Root beer maybe just because it's so sweet, but I have one or less a day. So I've been really trying to limit my soda and caffeine altogether. My healthcare provider said 200 milligrams or less a day, and so I know that I'm way under that. But this like time around being pregnant, I just really wanna follow all the rules and guidelines and just do my part in doing what's best. My boobs are so sensitive. You like literally can't even bump one or hug me, and they just are huge and sweaty and they freaking hurt. And so that's like the first thing on my to-do list. If you guys have any good recommendations for bras, I really need some new bras. I need to totally go bra shopping. That's like the one thing that's for sure growing are my boobs. They're huge and they don't even need to grow. They just got huge. So poor Jackson, but he can't even like hug me or get close to me or touch my boobs because I'm like, oh, they hurt so bad. Yeah, we're talking about boobs. We're keeping it real. Another thing that I wrote down that I'm really glad I did is before I actually had my period, I had all the same signs that I was going to have a period. I was irritable, I was moody, I was really hungry, my boobs were sore, and so I was like, oh, I'm for sure gonna start my period, like, and then that messed with me emotionally. I was definitely bloated and irritable, and I felt even like kind of a little bit sad or depressed. So then when I did take the test, I was so grateful. So some hope for some of you, you can still have your period signs up to taking a test. The mornings, I have been so tired and I've been really crampy in the mornings. I still keep checking for my period, but of course, there was no period. We laid in bed and talked about and even looked at nursery colors. Since you're due in April, we are calling you our tiny little rain drop. So I'm kind of like writing this journal to our baby so that one day I can just share with them how much they were loved even before they were existing. And then here are my 7 and 8 week photos. I haven't documented 9 and 10, so I really need to do that and write in that journal. But I'm just so excited. I haven't gotten sick at all. I've actually felt really healthy. I haven't thrown up. I've just been so extra tired that literally I laid in bed one day till 2 o'clock watching How to Make the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading team. And of course, when you're like first pregnant and getting bloated and you see these skinny girls, you're just like, whatever, I'm gonna have abs one day too. But I was like, literally looked at the clock, I'm like, what is my life right now? And the great thing is my partner, Jackson, has been so great about it. He's like, you know what? You need to sleep all that you can, take as much time to rest and to like recuperate, because come when the baby's here, we're not gonna be sleeping very much. So that always makes me feel better, because I think as women, we guilt ourselves. I'm like, oh, the laundry's not done, the house isn't clean, I haven't made dinner, I've just been laying in bed. And I just think guilt, just gotta get rid of it, get rid of the guilt. So there are gonna be some days, maybe if you guys are expecting, where you should just feel lazy and it's okay. And that's like, I think the only thing that I've really struggled with is I feel extremely tired and lazy. Like my drive to go out and work out or do things or be really active around the house, it has significantly just like dropped. And so it really messes with me emotionally, because I hate feeling like I'm not pulling my weight or doing what I'm supposed to around the house. Not that I have jobs so that I'm supposed to do that, but I just hate feeling like I'm not doing my part. That's really hard for me. So other than that, and then at nighttime, if I eat too late, I get really nauseous, but I've never thrown up. So it's kind of hard because you feel the nausea, but nothing ever happens, like follows up with it. So that's been really hard. Okay, a lot of you asked about food cravings. One day I was really craving Gushers. Like I just had to have Gushers, and I ate like a pack of the whole pack that comes in the box. I think there's like 6. And then I don't want them anymore. It's really weird. I've had more food aversions, like I don't want things like soda. I'm not really craving chocolate. I'm not really craving, and I usually have soda and chocolate every single day, and for some reason I just don't want it. I've been craving sweet things. Like I was on a grape juice kick for a while, drinking so much grape juice. Strawberry milk randomly. One day I texted my husband, I was like, will you bring me home a strawberry milk? He was like, who is you and what have you done with my wife? Who is you? What have you done with my wife? I'm trying to think anything else crazy, like weird. I'm not one of those girls that's been craving super healthy food. Cheeseburgers always sound like a good idea, but I can't eat that much or I get sick, so that's kind of been nice. I haven't just been like eating a ton. After the first couple of weeks after we found out, it was like my appetite just kind of started like trickling off. Lately I have been craving salads, which has been really nice and makes me feel better about the food choices I'm making. And a lot of sandwiches. I just want Subway or Jimmy John's, and that's a bad thing because you can't have cold meat, so I've had to like heat it up or get it toasted or whatever. But other than that, like I've been really healthy. I haven't gotten super sick. Cooper's been really understanding, and every day he just like asks me how I feel and asks if we know if we're having a boy or a girl. And it's been really nice. I've spent a lot more time offline lately, which I feel bad about because I'm like, I'm not doing my job. But honestly, I just needed some more time with my family, and I think I tweeted out a while ago, hey, I haven't been making a lot of videos, but I think I have a good excuse. And now you guys know why. So my nails are growing, like look how long my nails are. My nails are growing at a crazy insane rate. I feel like my hair is growing, which I'm grateful for because I think it was at that weird like not short but long length. So I'm hoping it's gonna keep just growing. One product that I've been using that I love is just this liquid vitamin E. Stretch marks are something that are kind of inevitable with pregnancy. They are actually more a genetic trait rather than if you get too big or too small. I did get stretch marks with Cooper on like my stomach and my sides and my boobs and my thighs. It just happened. And so this time around, but I think when I was pregnant with Cooper, I wasn't using vitamin E. I was probably just using like a Victoria's Secret lotion, which is really terrible for your skin. So I've been using a lot of vitamin E on those areas. Of course, accepting if I get more, I get more. It's just part of the process. That's what happens when you have a baby. They need somewhere to grow and they need to stretch. Sometimes your skin takes a beating for that, but that's what happens when we're mamas. But if you guys have any other remedies or recommendations for great skin products for like growing skin, you know, I would really love to hear them. Also, a lot of people asked if I've gained a lot of weight. I haven't. I've only gained like maybe 3 or 4 pounds on a rough day. I feel like, and a lot of people want to see my bump. I don't really have a bump yet. It's just like my belly's like kind of firm out. I can't really suck it in. But I'm filling out, lucky me, more on my sides and in my back than I have been on my front. So I don't have like a waist anymore. It's kind of just like when instead of doing this, it's kind of just started to do this, which isn't the most attractive, but it's whatever. You can't control what happens to your body when you're pregnant. But I am really anxious for my bump to start like actually popping out. A lot of you also asked about names, what our babies' names are, and that's something that we agreed on 1000% that we would never talk about, because as soon as you mention a name, you always hear a story or somebody has something to say about that name, about their uncle's, grandma's, dad's brother went to jail and that was his name, and then it's just stuck in your head and you're like, ugh. So even our families, we're not telling our families names until the baby is here. Then that way we don't have to hear like, are you sure? I don't really like that name. We are trying to make them names that mean something to us rather than it just sticks out. And we're gonna use some kind of family names playing into that. The hard thing is on my side of the family, everybody has 59 babies, so all the names are taken. So I have to really dig deep. Names, it's not something we're gonna talk about, sorry. But if you have good ideas or suggestions, you can leave them down below. Okay, so next week I'm gonna get more into a formality. I think we're gonna talk about the size of the baby, the progress of my baby, and what's happening. After I think reading your comments from this video, you guys will kind of give me more guidance and direction, which you always do. You're so wonderful. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always tweet me. Use the hashtag Maternity Monday just so I know what you guys are talking about. And then that way we can build up a better show for next Monday. And then every Monday we'll just be doing this weekly update with everything that's going on with the baby, and maybe we'll have Jackson on or Cooper and you guys can ask them your questions. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching and for being patient with me. I'm really so grateful for all of you. I love you with all of my heart, and I've got to run because Cooper's got a flag football game. So pray he gets a touchdown. Love you, bye.